All right, ladies, we've had the Monaco open for about a year now, and we need to come up with the next new amazing model. And where are we going to find our inspiration from? There's so many possible ideas out there.
Well, we want to do something different.
For
the
sure.
Monaco is something no one's ever seen,
Yes.
so we have to do that again, but we're going to have to step up our game even more.
Oh, I feel a lot of pressure, a lot of pressure.
There is a lot of pressure, but I would say as a designer, we've been seeing a lot of trends that I think Granite Ridge can really make our own and have everybody absolutely love. The colors are going warm. So we have some great inspiration here that you see in front of us that we've been pulling some possible ideas from, and that's just bringing some warmth and comfort. That's what everyone comes to us and says, I want a retreat. I want somewhere where I can just feel relaxed and cozy, and that does have a lot to do with color and style. So I think we have some really awesome inspiration here. This is a quilt that my grandmother gave to us that the Mennonite put together here, and it is absolutely beautiful. These warm, rich colors, these copper tones. I love that. We have some beautiful things here. So I think with some of these beautiful things that we have in front of us, we might be coming really close to an amazing new idea.
That's nice. Yeah. That's interesting.
I think
the new colors.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You approve?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody write it down.
This
He
is
approves.
No.
Very,
Wow.
very cool.
Well, hey guys, Simon Lake Estates, the beans are almost ready to come up, and we started laying out some of the initial first section of this. It's going to be gorgeous out there.
Luke, how are we coming with the barn tear down?
Oh yeah, the barn's down, and we saved a ton of the lumber with it. So I think we can come up with a way to reuse that.
Hey, but do we keep the basketball?
Oh yeah.
That are out there? I mean, we still have those, right?
Hey, by the way, how many acres do you have out there and how many lots?
There's 160 acres and almost 134 lots.
Wow, this is going to be
big lots,
unbelievable.
yeah.
If this is your first time watching Between the Studs, our episodes and shows are normally about homes, and we love new construction, of course, homes. But some of my favorites, let's say what you guys think, but I love the framing process. Anything to do with the construction process. Framing, foundations, pouring concrete, also even roofing.
We've done a lot of shows about the lake. I love the lake, getting out there, and occasionally we even go fishing.
And I like the ones that we do in downtown Fort Wayne, especially the one where we talked about how all of the water gets to our homes and how it's filtered.
That's cool.
My favorite episodes have to be when we go to small towns that don't necessarily get the exposure that Fort Wayne does, and we get to talk about what sort of charm, what sort of feel those little towns have.
And I just really love those shows where we're talking about customizing it for that family, letting that family really think about what's going to make that house their home.
I mean, the best shows have to be design trends. Obviously, that's what
Obviously.
right?
That's true, and I'll piggyback it. I love decorating, so I think the staging shows are my favorite, and all of the different ways you can change a room around.
Well, you would think that I would agree with you guys about that, but if you'll remember back to the Monaco show about drywall, then you will clearly remember that I love the drywall stage because I do a mean
Shuffle?
Yeah, our insurance premiums went up 50%.
Poor
after
Jeff,
that
he
show,
was so nervous when I was on those stilts.
No, I think your favorite had to be the plumbing one.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That one is a show all the time.
Don't get her going.
No.
Remember duty calls?
Oh, that's it.
Well, believe it or not, guys, we've been doing this for 12 years, 250 episodes later, and we have a lot of fun. Some of our episodes kind of focus on trends, some focus on some of those communities, some new, current events. They don't always tie into new construction, which sometimes we ask ourselves, we do sell homes, right?
We build houses. We build houses, yes.
Well, today we have a huge announcement that we are so excited for because this is the first of a series, about 15 to 20 episodes, just like what we did for the Monaco, but for our brand new model. It's a modern rustic lodge style with a great carriage house. I think that's what we're calling it. What are we calling it? We're
calling it a carriage house, are we?
It's so big, though. I don't think people understand. It's over 3,500 square feet. What about barnuminium?
No.
That's like a whole house.
How about retreat?
Ooh.
Or granny pad?
What, are we building an adult diaper?
Wait, I get it. It depends. That was bad.
That's fun.
That's Lonnie Norris at GraniteRidgeBuilders.com for any of those, heat veils.
What if we called it a a studio because like it has a bedroom and it has a bathroom and it has
I feel like
kitchen.
I'm talking
workout room.
1975 New York 400 square foot apartment.
But it has a
Like an art
3-car
studio.
garage, a veranda, a really cool kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, it has so many things. We need the right name.
You know, historically they called them coachman's houses or remise as well. So it could be something
That
along
you
those
just
lines.
sounded real fancy. Real fancy. Dude.
That wasn't even in the
He's
script.
well read. He's
Did you
well
just
read.
Google that right now?
He was also born in a barn.
Okay, we've talked in the past about we've had our sunrooms that were actually like flex rooms. Maybe this
Yeah.
needs to be a flex house.
Yeah.
I feel like we're-
What's
That's
a
a yoga
fancy
studio?
term for like a hobby house? Because this could have your antique cars, it can have your fitness equipment.
Hobby
It
house.
could, you know,
That's interesting.
all your fun stuff.
Well, I think what we should do, I think we should have our audience vote. If you guys want
Yeah.
to text us, please give us an idea of what you think this might be after we talk to you.
Could we call it Charity's house and I'll just move in?
Charity house.
You have to pay for it.
Oh, I can't do that. Today we're going to go behind the scenes and talk about the process of designing and building this 2 total 10,000 square feet homes on an 1.5 acre lot and how we get started and go through it, kind of like we showed you on the Monaco too.
So first off, we are developing 162 acres off of State Road 3 or Lima Road and Simon Road. It was formerly known as the historical Simon Farm.
You know, it's really interesting out there. We were out there earlier, we were doing some taping, we had some great shots out there. But what really stood out to me is it's 160 acres, right? We're only putting 132 lots out here. I mean, these are going to be some oversized lots, and they're going to be gorgeous.
And of these lots, 39 of these lots are going to be really large. So we're talking 3/4 of an acre to 2 acres. What that means is it will accommodate a carriage house. You know what we were talking about, a little barn dominium, another dwelling, whatever you want on that acreage.
So on one of these 1.5 acre tracts, we're going to build this brand new model home, similar in scale to the Monaco, which is just down the road about 3 miles.
And this new, beautiful, amazing home is going to be what we call modern rustic lodge, and that's going to be the architectural style. Now, also, it's going to feature over 5,000 square feet just in the home. It's going to be comfy, cozy. It's going to have the beams that you just tore out of that barn. It is also going to have natural stone. And what we really love, it's going to be a modern ski lodge elegance.
I'm so excited about this. Luke, do you have a finished date yet?
Yeah, about a year from now.
Give him a year.
And like we've been talking about, you're not going to want to miss the additional dwelling or carriage house or whatever we decide to call it. There's about 2,000 square feet in just that area alone with garage, living space, a wellness retreat that has an exercise room and sauna, a kitchen that goes to the outdoors. I can keep going on, but it's going to be very amazing. We're so excited.
A pool.
Yes.
And guys, we are incredibly excited to announce that we have named this model the Breckenridge Lodge. Now, where did the name Breckenridge come from, guys?
Well, it came from Breckenridge, Colorado, which is a quaint, charming town.
Well, the other reason we thought naming it Breckenridge would be appropriate is because the meaning of the word. The Old Norse or Scottish term Brecken refers to a slope or a ridge covered in ferns.
And that really suits up for this landscape that we were going to be building this house on, because we like, as we said, a little over 160 acres, and it has slopes, it has trees, it has the most beautiful topography you will see, and it's going to be all right there in the Breckenridge, right at the centerpiece.
Speaking of the 162 acre development, we have named it Simon Lake Estates.
And the word Simon comes from the Simon family, who were pioneer settlers, farmers in that area in the mid-1800s, 1850.
Well, we've decided to honor Solomon Simon and his family. So Simon Lake Estates is what we have decided to name this community. And I'm very excited that we get to use a lot of the materials from this property with the barns and the hand-hewn beams and all sorts of stuff in our model. So it is going to be beautiful, and we can't wait to show you more about that here soon.
And now that you have a little insight as to what we're doing as the model in this development, let's show you how we're going to put this together.
Stay tuned for how this process works.
Okay.
Let's get going, guys.
Okay.
Hey, guys, we're going to meet out there at Simon Road, so let's go.
Get your pocketbook out.
I think so.
Welcome to Between the Studs. We are Granite Ridge Builders, custom home builders serving northern Indiana, northwest Ohio, and also parts of southern Michigan. We've been building custom homes for more than 2.5 decades, and we're really passionate about what we do. So join us today as we explore the processes, the trends, and expert tips that characterize today's new home. Thanks for watching.
Tony, look at how many coats of paint do you think are on here?
I don't know, but there's got to be some lead base on here. But I'll tell you what I like. I love the head casing on the front of this house.
The trim work around it is amazing.
No, it really, really is. Did you guys really tear that off?
Yeah, I think we got it saved. So it actually says S. Simon, Solomon Simon. This is the original transom on that house.
That's one of the coolest pieces I've seen in a long time.
We're going to get it rebuilt.
Okay.
Yep.
We're located over here at the northwest corner of our 130-some acres that is going to be Simon Lake Estates. Now, the house behind us, historic. This is the Simon farm, but this is the Simon original farm house built in 1885. We're going to talk a little bit about that as the show goes on, but it has really, really been fun for us to take a look at this.
But Tony, this is really not the original house.
Oh.
The original house was actually a cabin that they built here. So
Log homes?
It was a log home back then. The Simon family had 12 children.
Okay.
5 of them were boys, and basically they looked at the 5 boys and said, okay, build us a house. We don't get to move in until you guys get done.
And this was in the
This was somewhere around the 1860-ish.
60, and he was 11 years old when that started, and that was Solomon Simon.
Correct.
And his wife, Mary, then, originally, this was their plot when they got married about 20 years after that.
And don't forget, they had a barn going then too. So we have the original 1840-ish barn, because obviously living a farm, you needed that barn in order to basically have your life.
In fact, I think that's more important than the house.
I was wondering which was built first, the barn or the house, because back then you never know which.
Yeah, I think it was the barn, but by a close margin.
Well, one of the really cool things is we've been digging into the history of this property and the Simon family. This house, we found a lot of historic pictures of this house. Now, things have changed several times throughout the year, but there are still a lot of features on this house. As you can see, some of the window trim around us, that transom window there, all of those things were some of the original features when this house was built in the 1800s.
I think, Luke, you told me there was like about 10 revisions at some point since they built it in 1885 to today.
Yeah, the house went over through a lot of remodels, which we like remodels, but there are the original hardwood floors in there, almost 1.25 inch white oak. So there's a lot of neat features. You can kind of feel the shifts as you're walking through the house. This was original, this came several years later, and this came even several years later than that.
So you guys know from watching the show that we're nuts about history here, right? So if anybody is like us, crazy like us, wanting to see the history of this house, why don't you stop on by, give us a call, and we'd be happy to walk you through this house and this property as well.
And they might even want to put one of our future lots on hold too.
There we go.
Well, like Tony, you mentioned, we are on the highest point of this entire property, but we've got a lot of exciting things happening a little bit further down the road from here. So why don't we go check it out?
Let's go down to the entrance.
Let's go take a look.
Let's do it. This is going to be
it's going to be beautiful.
We're going to have a great sign, aren't we, out there on when?
Oh, yes.
Okay, we're in the beginning stages again of developing this ground, and we are now over at the northeast corner of where our entrance is going to be and where we're going to be building our model. But, okay, would you help me out here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, what are you doing over there, Tony?
Well, I was trying to measure the whole thing, and let me tell you, trying to measure ground when the soybeans and everything are still here and you got mounds of dirt, it's not real easy, but I'm showing we're right at 1,347 foot from back there to here.
You said 1,300?
1,347.
It should have been closer to 1,500. I think you're going to have to start over. You messed up somewhere.
You can stay here and talk with us. Okay,
I need a
one
water.
thing about when you're developing something like this, and to develop a really amazing, successful subdivision and or community, you need a few things to start with. Number one, you need to survey the land. Number two, you need to establish or at least map out all the slopes and topography like we're trying to do here. And the third one is this. You got to identify all of the wetland areas, all of the wooded terrain. But to do the slope, Mike and I were trying to figure this out. Now, you told me, Dave, he's developing this for us. You told us that we have 20 to 30 foot of slope all around this property?
Yes,
Mike,
there's about 30
see
feet.
it.
Yeah.
This is what we might be. I might be this high when this is all developed.
That's correct.
Wow.
Well, Tony, you mentioned this is Dave Brown with D.A. Brown Engineers, and it takes an absolute expert in order to navigate how to develop a property. And we've got the best here with Dave. He's helped us with countless projects. And Dave, it's been probably a couple years in the making that we're finally about a month away from breaking ground on this, because as Tony mentioned, we've got to do all the survey work. We've got to figure out how traffic's going to work. We've got to figure out how to get power and gas and water and sewer. And there's probably a bunch of other things that I take for granted that you guys have to deal with on a daily basis before we even get a plot map like this. And this is probably what, our sixth version of this?
I looked this morning, we were at 7.
Okay, 7.
Yeah.
Because you draw it, and then we come out and walk it. We visit the site. We visited the site several times now, and we say, well, based off the wetlands, based off this tree line, we want to save this, we want to pivot this. There is a lot that goes into it, as I mentioned, and it can take years, but here we are. We're on the cusp.
Well, I'm curious, Luke, we've got, 137 acres out here? How many lots do we have that are going to be in here?
It's going to be just north of 160. So when you do the math, we're close to about 1 acre per lot, and that's a really nice number for subdivision lots nowadays.
But we're going to be doing 39 estate-size lots, correct? A little over an acre to an acre and a half each with these?
Correct, and we're standing right on the edge of that. So everything behind us with that beautiful tree line there, those are going to be those estate-size lots. Plenty of room to grow, whether that's a pool, whether that's a auxiliary garage or a carriage barn, like we like to call it.
Well, Tony, what was it? We're looking at a main house of 5,000 square foot.
Feet, and then we've got that unbelievable, it's not a barndominium anymore, it's a carriage house that is about 2,500 to 3,000 square feet, plus a massive amount of covered open air area. And I think, isn't that kind of where that lot is, where they're all working on staking it?
We've got the surveyors back there, and that's going to be our modern rustic lodge showcase home. We're going to be calling it the Breckenridge Lodge, and David's crew's out there marking the 4 corners of the lot. It's about a 1.5 acre size lot, and we're going to start moving dirt. Right when we start working on the subdivision, we're going to be working on that house hand in hand. So come probably next summer, next fall, both those things will be ready to tour.
Hey David, I got a question. So tell me this, when we put in a street like this, tell me all the crews and people that might touch it. You know, I know asphalt, of course, but who else might touch that?
So we'll have a site contractor that moves both the dirt. They will install all the dry utilities or the wet utilities. So that's the water lines, the sanitary lines, the storm sewer. We'll have gas company, electric company, the cable company or the internet company. All of those trades just to move the earth, plus the paving contractor, curb contractor.
Your crew, we're probably close to a dozen.
Well, don't we also have to have the street signs up?
Yep. Street lights.
Street lights have to be up.
Mailboxes.
And here's a question that I've always had. Who makes up the street names?
Yeah. If anybody has any suggestions in our audience, we need some new street names. They won't let us use oak anymore and a few
Maple,
of those.
oak, yeah.
So what about developing as far as how are we going to do the entrances? Because Mike's the landscape guy.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So basically right in front of us here is where the entrance to the subdivision will be. So what we're really planning on doing is, with all of the amount of effort and these beautiful lots that we have here, we really want to make them feel like estate-sized lots. So we're going to do that with the entrance here. We are going to mound dirt up high. We're going to landscape these beautifully. If you've ever been over to our model in Shadow Creek, going into that front entrance there, we envision that, and we're going to go even a step further than that.
Definitely
we want to make this the most beautiful entrance to a subdivision, and I'm hearing whispers that we may even incorporate some of the beams and the material from the old barns into our subdivision.
And Dave developed that, so give us a little hint on what we can do better, Dave. Hey, guess what? We're running out of time. The girls are all ready to show you a little bit about how we came up with the plan, and also a little bit on their vision board. So we're going to turn it back to them.
Hey, why weren't the girls out here walking through all this?
I don't know, but you got to walk through the soybeans and get that
let me go
one more time.
All right, so let me
right here, Tony. You start right here.
All right,
Don't get that on your shoes, though.
Count.
1 foot, 2,
3.
Oh, no.
Good luck.
4.
So as we mentioned, we are going to give you a frontline experience throughout this entire process of building the Breckenridge Lodge. And it starts with the lot, which we just came from. What an absolutely gorgeous lot. And we need to build a house that complements that lot. And then we got the perfect house and perfect lot. And in order to do that, we're probably on our 30th iteration of this.
I don't know if it's been that many times, but there's been a few.
Yeah, and we've had lots of people in our office giving input, but then we also listened to you. As you were walking through the Monaco, we took a lot of your feedback from the Monaco and implemented it into this. And guys, I feel like we really knocked it out of the park, and there's just so much to unpack here. So let's really dive into this floor plan.
And let me tell you why I'm really, really excited. When I walk into a new home, I think about this very, very often. I think, where can I go, kick back, turn on the TV, grab a popcorn bowl, not just a bag, but a bowl, and eat and be comfortable and cozy, and not worry if I drop a couple kernels of popcorn on the floor. In some of our houses, I'll pick it up. But hey, this house has got the primary bedroom retreat. It's got a family room. It's got like 4 or 5 places that I could do that in. I'm real excited about this plan.
Absolutely. Like Luke and Lonnie have both said, we have taken some of your feedback from the Monaco and made this floor plan, I think, the perfect floor plan for everybody. So what we're starting with is a plan that is in all level, one level home. So a ranch style, because everyone goes to the Monaco and they're like, I love the main level and the basement, but I want it on no steps. And so that's what we're giving you here is an amazing sprawling ranch home, but then we still have that carriage house to the side, or whatever we're calling it, with a lot of extra rooms as well. Now, if you love the primary suite at the Monaco, that's nothing compared to what we're doing here. I think this one is twice as big, where we have a beautiful bedroom with a fireplace, a beautiful retreat sitting room with another fireplace, and a bath and a closet that is to die for.
And oh, by the way, Kayla, that primary retreat sitting room is a great place to do puzzles. I'm excited.
It definitely is, but we have so many more areas to unpack. The kitchen is amazing, where we're going to have a 2-way fireplace from the great room to the kitchen, so all that stone and natural material while you're cooking. We have 2 islands in this floor plan. We haven't done that in a really long time. A beautiful office, an amazing kids area, the pantry, the laundry, the garage, all of it is wonderful, but I love a few more spaces on here too.
And then right off that kitchen and dining room, we're calling it the family room, but let's be honest, it's like a great hall. You walk in there, nice cathedral ceiling, floor to ceiling, just awe-inspiring fireplace. When I think of a lodge, that's the spot where I think I'm sitting right down there, watching this fireplace and looking at that beautiful view.
One thing for sure, Santa Claus is going to be very confused here. We've got like 7 fireplaces in this house.
That might be true. We're going to have to figure out how to decorate for Christmas already.
Wow.
But then don't forget, we have, the outdoor living here is amazing. I have not seen a covered area at this large in quite a while. And what I love is in the carriage house, we have a kitchen in the carriage house, but it's then also open to the outdoors with a wonderful retractable kind of garage door window area. So you have this bar that's great for entertaining. And then in the carriage house, we have plenty of garage space. We have a living space, a game room, and there's actually a bedroom and bathroom here with then also an exercise room and sauna. Again, I just keep feeling like I can't stop talking because there's so many things to talk about here, but this is our quick sneak peek for you because we have a lot more to unpack with this home, and we can't wait to keep showing you over the next several months how this is going to turn out.
So the most important part about a home, and the Breckenridge in particular, are the finishes and the colors that are selected. Now I know you have to base it off of what's popular, what our clients are coming in and asking for, but also doing something that is different and unique. So Kayla, how did you do this home?
Well, what I love is how much natural material we get to incorporate in this home. And I think that's really what sets it apart. Now, we've said the style is a modern rustic lodge. And we put all of those names in there because when we're doing this, we don't want to think of an old cabin out in the middle of nowhere. There's still this luxury to it. And like I think you've said, this magnitude to it that is going to be absolutely stunning. And that's what I'm excited about. But I also love the coziness and how it's going to feel like a retreat because of all these natural elements.
Well, we say rustic, but it's luxurious rustic, and it makes you feel warm, cozy. And people have said that about the Monaco. They say it's so big, but it still feels so cozy. And I think you'll get that in this home as well. The colors are deep. The things we're looking at, the tile, the stone. It's a really deep and warm. We're really having a lot of fun finding all of these.
I can already picture myself in the house, but I need a fur hat and a mule.
I love that. And that's exactly what we're wanting to kind of create, that sort of feel. So let's go into some specifics. On the outside, we have this beautiful rich color. Now, what's really popular right now are all these blacks, but we're going to take it to a little bit of a different level and go back to a rich brown color in our accents. But what I hope you've known by now, we like green. A lot of us
Really?
like green.
I love shocking.
Yeah.
Yes, and so
People
we're
had no idea.
putting a little bit of green on the outside because again, that makes you think of being in Colorado or out in nature. And so we have beautiful green elements on the siding. We have some wonderful rustic shake. What makes this feel so wonderful are again, I'm going to say the materials, the natural elements that we're doing with the stone, the rich colors, the browns, the bronzes. We even have some copper we're throwing out there, which is going to be amazing. And so it's going to be a wonderful feel as you approach the home.
What I love about this is it's a timeless look. It's classic. So this is not going to go out of style. It might have some trends in it, but it's timeless.
That's what I was going to say before you started talking. It really is timeless. Again, we've said that about the Monaco. You're able to be trendy, but timeless, not something that somebody's going to need to come in and redecorate.
So I want to give you one quick tease and describe an area that I'm really excited about, and that's the primary suite and the primary bath. Now the shower in there, I really want everyone to feel like you are showering in the woods. And as much as that might sound a little odd, but it's going to be beautiful.
No poison ivy.
Well, yeah, no, but it's going to be in a really great element. So we're going to have this amazing rain can shower head coming down on you, but then you have stone. We literally are going to have stone in your shower. We're probably going to be having the floor be something like pebbles, all in tile, and it's just, we're going to have wood surrounding you in the bathroom. So it's going to be something that's very unique, but it is going to be very serene and relaxing as well.
Listen, that shower is going to be great.
It is.
But let's talk about the closet.
Here we go.
The closet.
It is not small, okay?
Not.
It is not small. You think you like the Monaco's closet? This closet is spectacular. And the setting room is like twice the size. It's, yes, so.
And most importantly, with the warm tones, the darker colors, this home is going to have a lot of glass and a lot of higher ceilings. So you're not going to feel like you're in a cave.
It's still going to be bright and inviting. I'm loving how the kitchen is coming together. There's going to be, again, so many natural elements of stone everywhere, woods, and we're just playing around with a lot of fun colors in a new way, and I cannot wait to show you more. We don't even have time to talk about it all, but we have several months here to get you excited about what's to come.
And actually, we need to go to another decorating meeting.
Yes, we do, actually.
But you're going to want to stay tuned. Next time, next episode, we will show you our vision board.
I can't wait for this house.
This
It's going to
could
be
be
so different.
Gorgeous.
I love it. I love it. I love the idea of living in a lodge. I love that
too.
idea.
Now we did this like 20 years ago, but
did?
this is going to be huge.
Yeah.
This
gonna be a
is
little
completely different.
Now, Mike, I'm just super excited. We got that barn down and we saved as much as we possibly can. That barn was 1850-ish. I mean, it was very, very old, and we respectfully took it down to reuse as much as we could.
Yeah, Luke, you did a great job preserving all of that history, and we're going to do an incredible job incorporating all of that history into our new build.
If somebody wants to see a little bit of that history and get a sneak peek of the Breckenridge, all you got to do is come out to the Monaco, because coming soon, I've got something you can see out there.
Well, we want to invite our entire audience to follow us on social media as well, because we're going to give weekly updates and try to get a little bit of input from you of what you'd like to see out there.
Well, I think we have exhausted our efforts today. So, Kayla, would you close for us?
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for joining us today. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do so well, please pick up the phone and give us a call. Visit our website, or even better yet, come out and talk to us. We'd love to show you our new model at Simon Lake Estates.
This is going to be fun.
This is
I'm
gorgeous. I love
excited.
the pillows and
We got a
the
lot of work to do.
rows.
Visit our website, or even better yet, come on in our doors. We would love
I'm sorry.
come on in our bathroom.
I think why we do so well. And why we do what we do. Why do we do what we do so well?
don't do it very well.
Oh, that's what you should say. Why we do what we do so well.
What we do and why we do what we do so well. Please. I got it all in there that time.
Doo-doo.
Just say doo-doo, come on.
Don't say doo-doo.
That's what I always say. What we do and why.
You know what, Izzy? Stay in there.
I don't want to know where that is.
We'll just move the toilet.
We just focus on her.
You stay over there.
Focus on her.
There we go. All right, Izzy.